Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
We've all heard of corporate ladder climbers who've earned the label upwardly mobile, but I bet you haven't heard of too many people being downwardly mobile, at least not by choice. I know of 2 physicians in Hershey, Pennsylvania, who stubbornly limit their practice hours to allow more time for their young children. They actually chose the opposite course of most career-minded individuals, downscaling their jobs, passing up career opportunities, and taking a cut in pay. One of these doctors explained it this way. He said, "I saw many people on their deathbed, and I never heard one of them say he wished he'd spent more time at the office." Now, I realize most families could not afford to slash their work hours. After all, these doctors admit it's their higher income that allows such flexibility. Still, I like the idea of making a decision, a conscious effort, to arrange your schedule and lifestyle to give your kids your best hours, not just the leftovers. I think it's a good idea not to add any new activity unless something equally engaging has been eliminated first. Corralling your schedule and perhaps even downscaling your workload will require some tough choices, but you and your family will come out winners in the end.
Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
If you drew a circle around a list of your spouse's interests and another circle around your own, would those circles overlap?
Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
The more they intersect, the greater the chances are that your marriage will blossom and become more enriching as time goes on. This becomes even more important when you realize that more than 1/2 of your married years will be experienced without children. Did you know that the highest incidence of divorce in America and most Western nations right now is occurring among those 42 to 50 years of age? These are couples whose children have grown and moved out, and now they find that they have nothing in common. They're finally alone and they don't have anything to say to one another. This mutual isolation within the walls of a home can be avoided if younger couples will spend more time working on shared activities and common interests. They can be created, you know. One husband I know gave up golf because he realized it was taking him away from his family for an additional 6 hours a week. Instead, he and his wife now walk 2 to 3 miles every day, talking and sharing their common interests. Another option, of course, would have been for his wife to take up golf, which I'm told can also lead to divorce. Shared hobbies, sports interests, and curiosities can make for a closer, stronger marriage if you take the time to build them. Bring those circles together.
Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk. Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
Most human conflict results from differing assumptions by the 2 parties. When husbands and wives engage one another in angry combat, they often feel hurt, rejected, insulted, and assaulted by the other person. But when these battles are analyzed objectively, we often see that neither side really meant to wound the other. The pain resulted not from intentional infliction of emotional harm, but from the natural consequences of differing assumptions. For example, a man might assume Saturday is his day to golf or watch a game on television because he worked his fingers to the bone all week and he deserved a day off. And who could blame him? But his wife might justifiably assume he would take the kids off her hands for a few hours because she'd been wiping running noses and changing diapers all week long. She deserved a break today, and she expected him to give it to her. Again, a pretty reasonable assumption. It's when these unique perspectives collide about 8 a.m. Saturday morning that the sparks fly. How can we avoid the stresses of differing assumptions at home? Well, by making sure that our partners get no unpleasant surprises. We can cope with anything if we see it coming in time.
Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.